Welcome to the Points Taken Podcast. My name is James Keeley. With me, as always, is Sammy Schaefer. How you doing, Sammy?
And I am so excited to be back in the Points Taken Podcast chairs.
We are back, baby. Episode 1 of Season 2.
Yeah.
Episode 53 overall, though.
Yeah.
We're working it.
Yeah.
We're back, though. It's been a long time since March. All right. Well, just to remind everybody, we do a little sports gambling here. Only take underdogs, overs, and props. We talk a little pop culture. We do a little conspiracy theory.
Oh, I love the conspiracies.
It's going to be interesting with the election coming up.
Yeah. Oh, there's some good ones.
We're gonna stay very middle of the road and just talk about the wackos on both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'll probably tell you my politics anyway.
We'll sprinkle in some opinions.
Couple of game day drinks. Let me tell you something. I've gotten to that 45-year-old white male, you know. A little chatty. A little chatty sometimes.
We're becoming grumpy old men when it comes to politics.
Oh, I've been
Absolutely.
and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I went out to. I took the kids out, Kitty and the kids out to brunch today.
Yeah.
And the service was not good. And boy, did I let Kitty and the kids hear about it.
As soon as you got in the car.
And I tipped less than I typically do, and I'm a good tipper.
Yeah,
But I was like,
that must have been really bad.
yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm hitting that 18% and not 20.
I'll show them.
The big one now is they have 20, 22%, or 30%.
They've raised it to 30?
30%.
Wow.
And you wouldn't believe the service you get. And then they're like, would you like to leave 30% now?
I mean, I've never left 30%. It better be the most amazing experience of my life.
There better be, there better be lookers. They better make you feel better about yourself as a human being. They better make you think that, you know.
They better call me, make sure I made it home okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Sammy, what's on the show?
We've got Hard Knock Bears, Olympic breakdancing, and sweet, sweet football is back.
Say goodbye to your dads, kids. Football is back. Oh, Sammy, it's good to be back.
Yeah, I haven't anybody to listen to my bullshit.
Yeah, we buckle up, folks. It's about to get real.
It's pent up. I got some bitching to do.
So, what's been going on since March? Let's do a little recap first.
Well, I mean, some of our teasers, I spent most of my summer at the nudie camp.
At the nudie camp.
Yep, so I did a lot of just naked time by the pool, lots of volleyball, lots of drunk dancing, lots of naked drunk dancing. That was been most of my summer.
Yeah. Get that body count up a little bit?
No, it's not like that kind of place.
Bullshit.
That's across the street.
Bullshit.
No, I'm serious. That's across the street, which I did visit once, but it was really tame.
Really tame swingers nudist camp. Yeah, those are real things. Those are real things. All right, so are you still retired?
I am. I have not taken my clothes off for money.
For money.
In public.
So you're just giving it away.
Just at the nudist camp. If you want to see it for free, come over to this nudist camp. You can see it all you want. You don't have to pay for it anymore.
I love that you just leaned into retirement. You threw on a couple of pounds.
Oh, man, it's been great. My diet has been so bad. Pizza and pasta almost every day. Nobody wants to pay me to take my clothes off right now.
Pizza and pasta every day. How old are you, Samuel?
I'm 42.
42 years old. Pizza and pasta every day.
It's been great. I am muffin topping like crazy right now.
Yeah, I feel like I lost a little weight and maybe you found it.
I definitely picked it up.
And
enjoyed it too.
We're doing quite the juxtaposition here. You're growing out your hair, I'm losing more. We're quite, we're getting there. We're getting there.
It's like a before and after.
It is a before and after. You're looking great, my friend. We're gonna get a little haircut at some point.
I do. This is getting a little out of control.
That is something. Tighten up my look. I really want to shave my head, and nobody that is of consequence in my life will let me. The girls say absolutely not.
It'll grow back if you don't like it.
I know.
At some point, everyone reaches that age when you're like, you know what, I'm done. And you get those little toys that you can just do that and you're done.
Yeah. I guess I think I'm going to look like The Rock, like a very pale Rock, and I'm going to shave the head and I'm just going to look like a little Chickless or something.
Michael Chiklis.
Nobody wants to look like Chickless.
No, nobody does. You're right. Everybody thinks you're going to look like The Rock, but it never works out.
Yeah. It's The Rock does a lot of extra work. You don't just shave the head and look like The Rock. All right. What else did I miss?
That was it for me. What's new with you?
Same old. Kids are going back to school in like a day. It's good. I'll get my life back a little bit. I'm going to miss those little boogers.
Yeah. You will, but you won't.
Well, no, I will. I will.
You'll enjoy your time as well.
I will enjoy my time getting back to the PTP.
Yeah.
And trying to make some money in the gambling circuit. And then, looking up ridiculous articles so we can entertain the fans. And we're bringing back all the old segments.
All the good segments.
Couple of new ones.
Nice.
I think we should do something called Ask the PTP, right?
Okay.
People either text us that we're friends with you, and you can ask both of us, Sammy or James. A Sammy question would be something about nudism.
Easily. Swingers, nudism, whatever you want.
Swingers, strippers.
Adult entertainment industry.
Mine might be pickup line at school. Quite different.
What, hitting on the crossing guards?
Hitting on the cross. Yeah, you should see these crossing guards. Jesus Christ, they're more dangerous around here. They do more harm than good around here. And another thing. Don't get me started on the crossing guards around here. What are some of the famous segments that we talk about? Angry fan mail.
Angry fan mail. I hope comes back.
Boy, did you piss off some celebrities last? Let's recount. Billy Corgan.
He hates me.
Not happy with you.
No, Clinton.
Bill Clinton, William Jefferson Clinton, a great man by all accounts. Yeah. No one on the other side of the aisle thinks he's a bad guy.
No
one's ever accused him of mass murder. Who else? Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlberg hated me. And I love his movies now. I hate his movies first, but now I like his movies.
Who are we missing?
Oh, I can't remember. There's a bunch of them.
Like, there's more voices that I'm sure I can do. So we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I feel like I'm missing.
We definitely are.
A couple.
I feel like, did Schwarzenegger write in or anything?
Oh, Schwarzenegger did write in.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Sammy, what's your problem? Yeah.
There it is.
There he is. Yeah, I think we're missing a couple.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Angry Fan Mail. The guest pickers are coming back. We're bringing back the top 3.
Nice. Okay.
It is Jordan Kaplan, Kitty Keeling. Where are we going to find her?
Oof.
Where's that old producer of ours helping us out on all of our technical issues that we had only about 3 hours of tonight?
Yeah.
And the winner, the king, Randall Steve Alexander will be
nice.
back.
It'll be exciting to have him back in the studio.
Yeah. Let's catch up a little bit. Have you watched anything?
I mean, I did
like
watch
shows. I mean, we're going to talk Hard Knocks later.
Okay, so outside of Hard Knocks, I mean, just casual watching. What did I say? That Irish show I was telling you about?
Oh yeah, like Dobnik or
Bogdan or something.
Yeah, you said that was good.
Yeah,
what do you give
good.
that out of 10?
I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Will Forte. Bodkin. Is what it's called. Bodkin. I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Real good. If you love Will Forte, it's a dark comedy. That's real good.
I do love Will Forte.
Okay, so
I think
watch
he's
that.
fantastic. I love Will Forte.
Rob Lowe's got a show out where he plays this eccentric billionaire that's trying to save the world, like from greenhouse gases. I can't remember. It's also on Netflix. That's real good.
That's actually, and I was thinking about which sides have the better celebrities. So Rob Lowe's pretty famous Republican. So that's a pretty big name.
Yeah.
You don't. So I was thinking, like, who's got better wackos? Who's very outspoken about it. And it's hard. They got some talented people. I don't particularly like the politics of some of these people.
Yeah.
But which side has like the more outspoken people? Like Alec Baldwin, I love as an actor on Saturday Night Live.
Great actor.
Right? He was so great in Saturday Night Live. He's a good actor in a lot of things he does. But a left wing nut job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. So
he's toned down quite a bit ever since that trial. I haven't heard much from him. Ever since he murdered somebody. Openly.
Yeah, you don't
accidentally
pipe down about that one.
He kind of calmed down quite a bit. Then you got De Niro over there, who's a whack job.
De Niro is another one. He's a very talented actor.
Absolutely.
Like the right has James Woods.
Yeah,
who I love James Woods.
I love him. I wouldn't put him in the same status as De Niro, but
yeah, he's up there though.
He is.
John Voight.
Okay, Voight's up there.
John Voight's up there.
I feel like some of the A-list celebrities that might be a Trump supporter keep their mouth shut.
They don't talk about it
because they know better. Like, you know what, my career's going well.
Yeah,
I got no reason to be in the limelight.
Yeah, I got a feeling some of those guys that are like in the Adam Sandler movies are like the big Republicans.
Absolutely,
and they don't want to say anything.
Absolutely,
like Spade. I think Sandler might be. I mean, they're with Rob Schneider, who's very outspoken.
That's true. Schneider, very outspoken.
Do you know who Rob Schneider's daughter is?
No, I don't.
She's a famous singer. Her name is Elle King.
That does sound familiar.
X's and O's.
Oh, that's her?
That's her.
That's Schneider's daughter?
Yeah, I did not know that till recently. Rob Schneider's daughter is Elle King.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
She got more talent than he does.
He's
funny, but he's not talented.
Apparently they're not real tight.
No.
She does not share the same politics as her.
I did read that article. I didn't put the connection that she's a famous singer, but yeah, she was very
she's had some hits. I'm drunk and I don't want to go home. That's her.
Don't know that one.
Well, chicks like it.
Yeah.
Because they like to live that life. They're all about that life. I was watching The Boys. You know what The Boys is?
I do know it, yeah.
Have you seen it?
No. I want to, but
it's about superheroes. It's fun. The first couple seasons, it's very like, It's kind of gross. It's a little bit vulgar.
Okay.
It's this and that. So they've done 4 seasons. Last season, season 3, started getting kind of going down the political path.
Okay.
And the season 4 was just unbelievable.
Like good or bad, unbelievable.
Just bad.
Oh.
Just like so heavy-handed.
Like that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
'Cause it was like the number 1 show for the first 2 seasons.
Yeah. It's just too much. I didn't care for it. I give the first 2 seasons like 7.6, 7.7. This
Okay.
last one, 4.1.
Wow.
Not a game
Just
day
to
show.
see it fall off like that. That's a shame.
Well, like Arrested Development's one of my favorite shows.
Great-
ever,
great
right?
show, great
and
show.
then the last season was all about they called out Trump and all this stuff, and I was just like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
mean, okay, but I don't care if you do it, but it better be funny.
Yeah, there's a way to do it and it's still entertaining.
And it was just so agenda based, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's not funny. Like, we don't want the Blues to be
You
like
know,
this. We
like,
want that. We want to see about their family dynamic.
Larry David and his Curb Your Enthusiasm had some good Trump jokes, but they were funny.
Yeah.
Like he would be using the MAGA hat to get out of situations.
That was so funny.
So funny.
So funny. Wearing a MAGA hat in L.A. so that no one would talk to him
Yeah.
was absolutely hilarious.
Great joke. And
So
it's
be
funny.
clever.
Yeah.
But Trump, you might say that he's worthy of being made fun of.
He's almost punching down. He's so easy to make fun of.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So,
So
just
easy.
be clever. Everybody's doing the
Yeah.
same joke.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like $1 billion industry to hate him. Be funny. Be clever about it.
Jay Leno, who probably shouldn't be talking about people's jokes because he did a lot of bad ones on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't think they're funny because everyone's doing the same Trump joke, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. He's so easy to make fun of.
So easy.
Just do it better.
Yeah.
Just do it better. So, all right, we're going to talk a lot about this. It's just getting started. We got to talk a little college football.
Okay.
College football picks. All right, Sammy. It's slim pickings. They call it week 1. I think they used to call it week 0 of college football because there's one okay game and then a bunch of garbage.
Week 0.
It was like nothing. They're just trying to kick it off and make
This is
more
like
money.
their version of preseason.
Pretty much.
Okay.
They play one game. Probably maybe there's a top 25 team in it, and then they try to. It's overseas, so
Okay.
there's only one to pick. There's a Nevada SMU game. I'm not touching that.
Okay.
What are we taking, Sammy? What's the first? What's the
All right.
one and only game?
Our only game. Number 10, Florida State at Georgia Tech. This is the Aer Lingus Classic in Dublin, Ireland, this Saturday.
11 a.m.
Yep, so Georgia Tech's plus 11.5. We got a total of 55.5.
Okay, it's a long flight to Ireland. Georgia Tech was 7-3 in their last 10 last season. Florida State is very surly about not getting to the college football playoff. They would have gotten hammered. I'm sorry, Florida State fans. You did not have your quarterback. Jordan Travis was out. They looked very poor after that, and it wasn't going to happen for them. They're going to, Bama didn't do anything. It is what it is.
There's always someone that's got to push that. And it's like, we're just being honest.
I have a lot of Florida State fans. They're going to be mad, but it wasn't going to happen. It was just, it wasn't the year for it. What are we taking, Sammy?
Georgia Tech plus 11.5.
Yeah, I'll take the points here. The total's too high at 55.5. We have to stick to the rules.
Yes, got it.
Only overs, underdogs, or props.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a team total on this.
Really?
But we're gonna start off 1-0, Sammy. Georgia Tech plus 11.5.
Feeling good.
Yeah, we'll talk about college football playoffs soon. If you had to pick one team, Ohio State's supposed to be a big shot. Texas, USC, all Bama. Bama's got a new coach. You got to pick one. You got anybody?
I mean, if I had to pick a team, it's Ohio State.
It's probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
And that's not really based on anything statistic-wise. I just lived there for a year.
But they always seem like they find a way to blow
They
it.
always do.
They always find a way to blow it. All right. That is the one and only pick. If there's anything else, we'll put it on X. Follow us on X at Points Taken Pod. And if there's any more picks, we'll get them. But there's going to be a shitload more in the coming weeks. And we'll get Sammy's pick when NFL starts.
Yeah.
You don't want him trying to cap college games.
You do not want to follow me in college, or you could bet against me.
Boy, if you think he's bad at NFL, wait till you hear some college. All right. What's next, Sammy? NFL picks. Well, we're a couple weeks away from the NFL season.
Nice.
But we got to do NFL future picks. First things first, Sammy.
Yeah.
Gun to your head.
Yeah.
What's your Super Bowl matchup?
It's going to have to be, I would say Chiefs first is the Niners.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I was really hoping you were going to say two teams that were in the same conference again.
No.
Chiefs,
I actually
Niners.
did some research on this one.
Okay.
If you forced me, that's who I'd pick.
What's your thoughts on it? Any analysis?
I do think I think it comes down to Ravens and the Chiefs in the AFC.
Okay. Look at this guy do a little homework.
Yeah, I did. You told me to do homework. I finally did.
Good job.
Ravens kind of got robbed last year, but the Chiefs are going to go for that three-peat. You know, I think that's going to be an awesome championship game.
Yeah.
The 49ers are going to take the NFC. I really wanted to say someone from the Bears division like Green Bay. I think someone from the Bears division might actually make the championship. There's a chance. But I think the Niners take it over the Eagles.
Jordan Love seemed to make quite the jump at the end of last season. I don't know if he's got enough because I don't think that roster is all that talented in Green Bay. But he did look pretty good. There could be some wild cards out there. I don't know.
Everyone's really excited about the Lions, but I don't see them. I don't see them doing it.
Yeah,
they played in a weak division last year, and they got some real talent coming their way this year.
Yeah, they stacked up pretty good though. I'm not in love with Jared Goff. I don't know if he's got it, but I do like the coach. I just don't know if that gets you to where you need to go. Andy Reid is probably the best coach going around right now.
Yeah, Mahomes
has still got it. They find a way. They're special together. They work really well together. They're a real points-taking podcast of a coach and quarterback. So the Chiefs, you can't. I mean, when they lost Tyreek Hill, I'm like, they're never going to do shit without him.
Yeah.
And then they just keep winning Super Bowls. So, yeah, it's not a bad pick.
And as long as Kelsey's still with Swift,
yeah, don't even bring that up. Don't even bring that sham of a relationship up. There's no way.
So what are your thoughts then?
First of all, you know why I know Swift and Kelsey are
you just switched like
fraudulent?
That. Why?
Because they're still together. She can't keep anyone around more than like 3 months.
But see, I thought it would have been the opposite. By now, if they're not together, I would have been like, okay, you're right. But you're saying because they're still together. So you're really doubling down on this.
Double down. Smack those chips. If they had broken up before the Super Bowl or before the playoffs, I'd be like, okay, maybe that was legit. Because she has a very short window. But there's no way she's getting older, and he's like, I want to keep her around longer, even though she has this track record.
Yeah.
Boy, her fans going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
Keep it coming. Think I care? You think there's a grizzled face of someone who cares about Swifties coming after me? My daughters are Swifties.
Of course they are. Everybody is.
They're good.
I would go to a Taylor Swift concert. I could afford it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a fun time.
I love all these suburban moms that like run up the price of tickets and
Yeah.
their daughters can't go. And they're like, we're going to Paris to see Taylor Swift, and that's good around here for like a 7-year-old to be taking that bullshit.
All right, let's get away from the Taylor hating.
More!
What are your future picks?
Okay, so here's what I hope happens. Dolphins versus 49ers.
Okay.
Dolphins 41-31 Super Bowl champions.
that's a. I'm sorry, I can't get behind that. Everyone can dream.
What I think will happen: Ravens Eagles.
Okay.
Eagles 34-31.
All right. Wow. You think
see.
it's going to be that tight too? Okay.
I think it's going to be that tight. These Super Bowls have been kind of good, you know.
Yeah, last year
we missed a few here and there, but
last year was
they've
really
been pretty
good.
solid. These are the best players, man. They're figuring out the way to get the best teams in there. There's no flukes here. All right, I got some futures. Who do I got first, Sammy?
All right, Philadelphia Eagles. It's a line 10.5, negative 130, minus 130.
Okay, negative 130,
Yeah.
starting strong. All right, these are the ones. I'm not going to put these in yet, but these are the ones I'm looking at. I'm also waiting to see with the rest of the preseason games if anybody gets injured.
Okay.
Because if a quarterback goes down, you certainly don't want to be stuck with an over.
Yeah.
Okay, so the line's 10.5. I did my little math thing that I did last year, which I thought was working out really well, but
Yeah.
it took a real nosedive. I predict they're going 12-5, so I'm taking the over on that if it goes through. And here's my reasoning. I made it pretty simple. I looked at the quarterbacks, and I looked at the backup quarterbacks. So Jalen Hurts is great, but he gets injured because his style is a lot of running the ball, taking a lot of hits. But they got Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh, and I think he can run that offense if he's thrown in that position. He's young. He's still got a pretty good arm. It's sort of like the Steelers. Now they got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Yep.
I don't know if either of those guys will work out, but at least they got some guys with experience. I mean, Russ Wilson looked terrible last year. And Justin Fields looks like he's kind of a one-trick pony. Very good runner, can't really get it done, but who the hell knows? I mean, now that the Bears are loaded, we'll talk about them later.
Yeah.
Maybe he could have done something here. Time, probably a season and a half will tell you a lot about what you need to know about the Bears.
Sure. Yeah.
What's the next one, Sammy?
Baltimore Ravens lines 10.5 minus 120.
Yeah. Okay. I got them at 12-5 also.
Okay.
So that would be an over. But here's my problem. Here's my hiccup. They have Lamar Jackson, and their backup is Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson has been around for a long time. Josh Johnson is 7 years younger than me, and I am old as flarf. So he's 38. And then they got Devin Leary, who's okay, but not setting the world on fire. And then Emory Jones, which is so I don't even know if Emory Jones will make the team. So I'm hesitant about that, and we'll come back to that later. What's the next one?
Next up, Miami Dolphins lines 9.5 with a minus 135.
Okay, I got them at 11-6. This is the easiest money ever. They're going to the Super Bowl.
In your dreams, yes.
Don't sleep on this. Their quarterback is the one and only Tua Tagovailoa. Their backup is Mike White, and the third quarterback is Skylar Thompson, who actually played pretty well. I like Skylar. I hope they move on from Mike White. Mike White has shown nothing, and he's a former Jet. And you put a Jet on a Dolphin team, and they find a way to mess it up. Find a way. So I'm probably definitely taking the Dolphins at some point. I took them last year. They hit. I was good with that. What's the next one?
Los Angeles Rams lines 8.5 with a minus 160.
Okay, I got them going 10-7. I think they're gonna shake it up. Minus 160 is tough though, so I got to find a better line on that. The quarterback's Matthew Stafford. He's 36 years old. He's banged up, but he's still got a cannon, and they still got a lot of talent on that team. Aaron Donald's gone. But their receivers are good. They've got an imaginative offense. They won some games last year. And they have a backup. Who's that backup, Sam?
Oh, you talking about Jimmy Garoppolo?
Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, Jimmy G's on the team. Did you know he was suspended?
No, I did not know that.
Performance-enhancing drugs.
Don't they all do that, though?
You don't see it from quarterbacks as much, I don't think. But Jimmy G said, I need a little... He's 32. He's a little long in the tooth, but he hasn't played all that much. And then they have Stetson Bennett, who former Georgia quarterback. He's not doing much. I kind of like that Rams thing, but I got to figure out if a minus 160 is probably too much. What's next?
All right, you got the Los Angeles Chargers, lines 8.5 and minus 155.
See, I like this too, and then I looked into it deeper. I got them going 10-7. Justin Herbert's their guy, but goddamn, they're like, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He hasn't done shit.
No.
He hasn't done a fucking thing. And now they got Harbaugh. Harbaugh's good. He's a crazy person. But he tends to get it done.
Crazy's good.
On the field, yeah. I mean, he's a fucking cheater, and, the Michigan thing, Bama should have beat him. Everyone knows that. Everyone can't beat cheat.
No personal bias in that statement at
Alabama
all.
has never bent the rules even a sliver, I'm sure. For certain. Okay, so Herbert is their guy, but then their backup is Easton Stick, who's never done anything. I don't know if I like that, but it's an interesting one I'm going to look further into. What's my next one?
Okay, Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns line 8.5 minus 135.
Okay, can I take the Browns? I'm going to have to narrow it down to two teams. What were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. I'm just they're looking pretty good.
They are. They are. They had a pretty good year.
It's weird to say that about the Cleveland Browns.
They pushed all in on Deshaun Watson, but they have good receivers. They got Jerry Jeudy. They got a lot of Bama boys in the receiving core there. And here's why I kind of like it. And some people might laugh, but they got Deshaun Watson. But their backup is Jameis Winston, who has won a lot of games in the NFL.
Yeah.
Another crazy person, but he's got a big arm. He's still fairly young. And if Watson goes down, they still have a quarterback. So I'm down to the Browns and the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a much better team. But if Lamar goes down, they're screwed.
Yeah.
If Watson goes down, at least Winston or Tyler Huntley or Dorian Thompson-Robinson, I don't know if he's going to make the team, but they have guys that have won games in the NFL. Kind of like the Browns. Oh, God. I feel like...
Does it feel weird to say that?
Yeah, because they've been terrible.
Forever.
Maybe, 84 they were okay?
I have no idea.
I was a very young man. And
I would have been 2, so I wasn't watching the
Yeah.
games.
And the last one here, what do we got?
We got the Chicago Bears.
What is the line?
Line's 8.5 with a minus 165.
Okay, my prediction is 9-8, or who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
I don't know on the Bears. It's what do you got them at? You got them under or over 500?
I got them over, but
just slightly, right?
I think 9-8, maybe 10. That'd be max. We'll talk more about them my opinions when we get to the Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
I just don't see them pulling off the beating their division.
Caleb Williams looks very good, but he's a rookie. And then they got Tyson Badgett. Whatever. He seems fine. He's a good, big personality. And then Brett Rippon and Austin Reed is not going to make the team. So I can't pull the trigger on this. I bet the Bears last year. They lost me money. I only got them at 9-8 anyways, so we're scratching that. But what I do want to talk about is Hard Knocks. All right, Sammy.
Yeah.
Got a little Hard Knock talk.
Yeah.
So you never really heard of this show.
That was the first time I've ever watched the show, was watching episodes 1 and 2 about the Bears.
Okay. And you're like, is this show new? And I'm like,
Yeah, I thought it was.
I said, it's been on like 20 years. I just looked it up. 23 years.
Wow, I've never heard of it. I'm not an HBO guy.
23 years, which is the age of the women you like to go to Smash Town with.
Smash Town.
Smash Town population 2 or 3.
I moved it to 25.
25?
25. I moved it up.
God, this life. I love this life. And you're like, I'm kind of lonely sometimes. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Son of a bitch. All right. Show starts with the draft.
Yeah.
Love it. They traded Justin Fields. So they open up the draft and they draft Caleb Williams with the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought maybe they should trade it, get a bunch of picks. But they had the 1st and the 9th pick. Ended up taking Rome Odunze as well. They get your franchise quarterback and your heir apparent, hopefully number 1 receiver in 3 or 4 years, playing behind DJ Moore, who they just gave a massive contract to. You saw that, 4 years, $110 million.
Yeah.
God bless him. Good for you, DJ.
Yeah.
And Keenan Allen, who's a veteran, got a little left in the tank, and he's going to do pretty well there. So they're building kind of a solid offense with those guys. They got Cole Kmet, good tight end. They got a little depth. They got Gerald Everett, another tight end. They got a lot of tight ends. They picked up DeAndre Swift from the Lions. I like DeAndre Swift. Defense improved. They got Montez Sweat. Jalen Johnson, the cornerback, 25. He looks like this is his prime. He looks like a stud. I think they paid him, or they're gonna pay him. Offensive line, who knows?
That's been weak for a while.
It's been weak for a while.
We've had problems. I think it was, I forgot what year it was, 2009 or something. We had Washington on the front line, and we kicked ass. But that was the last time we had a solid front line.
You can't win with that on offensive line.
No,
especially with a rookie quarterback. It's just not going to work. All right. You want to talk about any points at this point?
No, I mean, just overall the show, I expected with a name like Hard Knocks to be a little bit more hard hitting. The show.
Yeah.
But this is very just fun. Everything's kind of roses.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe it's leading up to something more. Clearly, it's going week by week. But I thought it'd be a little bit more harder.
It's a lot about the drama of staying in the NFL, excelling in the NFL, being better. It wants to show you kind of their life.
Yeah.
They create some storylines where they're trying to get you to root for, like the 4th-string quarterback, this Austin Reed. They want to show his journey.
And they did a good job with that.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job with it. It's on tonight. We'll catch up with the episode 3 on the next episode. But when they open it up, they show the coach, Matt Eberflus. And he's at a country club. And boy, did that piss me off.
Oh, man.
It really pissed me off. And he's up there shaking hands. He looks like an elitist, unfocused, smug, like unjustifiably confident douchebag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't get around this guy. And I can see, like, this is going to be a problem.
Go on, I'm sorry.
I've seen it with this show before.
Yeah.
The coach just does not connect with the players.
Okay.
Connecting to people in the coaching world, it's like what I said about Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
He and Mahomes, they are on like a wavelength, and that's why they've been so successful.
Yeah.
Brian Flores with Tua. Tua came out and said this. Brian Flores, who was his coach when he was a rookie, his first couple of years, just said he abused him, told him he didn't belong in the league, told him he was shit. And you can't do that.
No, I mean, there's being a hard coach to grow somebody versus being a jerk.
Yeah.
And that's different.
Yeah. I think they've already dealt with that. Like Tua went to Bama. Nick Saban was not easy on him.
No.
But he nurtured him and he got the best out of him. And this fucking Flores, the worst. The worst. So, good defensive coordinator, but a terrible head coach. And you want a defensive coordinator who's like a punk.
Yeah.
But not when you're trying to mold a rookie quarterback. So I saw some little tension with him and Caleb Williams.
I can see that.
You give Caleb, you mortgage your future on the number 1 pick. Mm-hmm. Like if that doesn't work out, you're probably screwed for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, overall, the Bears coaching staff is not knowing what to do with talent.
No.
for a long time, and that is my biggest concern. Even polls, polls have showed he can definitely recruit. He spent years doing that, and as the GM, he's doing a great job. But I don't really have faith that they're going to be able to connect and grow this talent.
Yeah. It seems like it could be a very frustrating situation because when you draft number one, oh god, you gotta hit.
Yeah.
Caleb looks good. He's a little short.
He's 6'2", right?
6'1".
6'1", okay.
Yeah, he's 6'1". He looks very short out
only
there.
2 inches taller than that. Could have been an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, that's what it took.
That's all it was.
Yeah, that's what it took. You had the discipline and the talent for that. I'm 3 inches taller than Caleb, and nobody was recruiting me at quarterback. Yeah. So, yeah, they were like, you can be a lineman maybe. He looks seasoned for a rookie.
Yeah.
He's wildly talented. When they were thinking about drafting him, he said, whoever drafts me, I want ownership in the team. Which, hey, you can ask for anything, but nobody was going to give him that.
No.
He would have been undraftable. Do you think this group of 32 owners is going to be pushed around by some college pipsqueak who's only 6'1"?
I mean, he's going to be great, but they would wait for the next one.
You have to earn that.
Yes.
You don't come out of college. This entitled culture of like, if I'm going to play, if I'm going to do my job, they're going to pay me. They gave him a $25.5 million signing bonus just to sign. And then he's like, I feel like I should have.
Did you think that was odd, by the way, that when they would introduce themselves in front of the rest of the team, they announced their signing bonus?
They make them do it.
They do?
It's a rookie hazing thing.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because the next guy was like $200,000.
Yeah.
And he had to come up after 25.2.
It's cringy.
Oh, man.
It's cringy. We saw Caleb was terrible at karaoke. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think he's a straight man?
I think he's a flex.
Do you think he's a flex?
I think he flexes.
Because you hang out with a lot of homosexuals on the weekend. And I'm wondering if you're. So you think he's a flex?
I think so. I think he's comfortable enough with his sexuality that he can dance both ways a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be a huge get for the gay community.
Yeah, it would.
Having the number one pick.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I just want like an Irish quarterback. Tom Brady was great for us. Yeah. Kind of a prick, and he played for the wrong team. But Tom Brady's Irish. But if you were a gay man and didn't like football, this would be great for the league.
That would be huge.
Like they like parties.
That would be like Taylor Swift gay community.
Yeah.
The gay community kind of came with Taylor Swift.
They did.
But then the non-Taylor Swift gay community would be all over that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gay tailgate would be something else.
Yeah. I would go to that in a heartbeat.
I'm sure it'd be
One
great.
of my favorite Super Bowls I ever watched, I forgot what year it was, but I was up in Minneapolis with a lot of friends. A guy that lived near me invited me over, and it was all gay guys watching.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun watching that game. That was the Lady Gaga Super. Only reason I know is because Lady Gaga did the halftime show, and when the halftime show started, shut up, bitches!
Wow.
And they just all got so excited. So, fuck it, I would love to go to a tailgate party, all gay people.
Who knew that you went to a gay Super Bowl party?
Why not?
I'm not saying you shouldn't.
It was fun.
Not saying you shouldn't. Just doesn't seem like the best crowd to analyze the game.
Oh, no, there wasn't a lot of analyzing of the game. No, not at all.
Were you analyzed?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. All right, so, again, Caleb and Matt Eberflus, they don't look like they get along that well, so the writing's on the wall. One of them's going to have to go eventually, I believe. And it maybe this season if it doesn't go that well. And it ain't going to be Caleb.
No. Eberflus hasn't had enough wins with the team to make any demands about him or me.
So his little beard game where he thinks he's a handsome dude.
Yeah. I could see him going into Poles' office and making that ultimatum, and Poles just being like, okay, go.
After he blew it with Justin Fields, another first-round pick, sent him on his way. He is on very thin ice.
Yeah.
So don't renew that country club membership too fast there, Matt. Then I'm over this guy. I can't wait to trash him on the number one Northbrook podcast in town. And then Nick Saban comes out and makes an appearance. God damn it. So now I'm like, well, if he's being mentored by Saban, what do I do? Saban comes out, and he says, human nature is to be average. And boy, did that hit me in the chest. It's so true.
It is, though. It really is.
So true. And I'm like, oh, am I that average? I better step up my game at 45.
Now's the time.
He says, most people just survive, and few strive for greatness. And I was just like, I don't need this on a Tuesday. So the show's good. You like the show?
It is good.
What do you give it? Score it.
I'm going to say, if I had to score it, mid 8s, maybe 8.1.
Okay,
Low 8.
I'm at like a 7.6.
Okay.
So it's definitely a game day show.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth watching.
Does it now? How long does it typically go? Is it 6 weeks, 8 weeks?
Yeah, it'll be done in 6.
Okay.
Something like that.
It's interesting to see once it gets into the season how more in depth it gets with cutting people and stuff like that.
Well, when they cut people, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm excited to see. Not excited because that's shitty.
I can't wait to see people lose
I
their
don't
job.
want to lose their job, but I think Hard Knocks. That's like okay, that's when it starts to get really in depth.
Yeah, yeah. So the backup safety for the Bears is a gentleman named Jonathan Owens.
Yeah.
And you know who his wife is? Mm-hmm. The legendary gymnast Simone Biles.
Yep.
So did you watch the Little Olympics?
I watched some, but I don't have cable, so I had to pay for it, and I was like, nah, screw this.
Okay.
Did you see she just made the shit list for Chicago fans?
No, what'd she do?
Because she wore his sweater from when he was on Green Bay to the game.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Exactly. It's the stupidest thing ever. But everyone's like, you can't be wearing a Green Bay shirt to a Bears game. But you know what? Do it.
Lighten up,
Exactly.
Chicago fan.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. You should all be ashamed of yourself for what you did to what's his name, Bartman?
Oh,
Steve
absolutely.
Bartman.
Chasing Bartman out of state.
Steve Bartman. Yeah. You don't get to be judgy about anybody.
She didn't care at all.
She can wear another team's jersey. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be thrilled if she was a dog. You know what? I take it back. She's wrong.
He just changed like that.
Prima donna. But also, Chicago fans don't get to point their finger at anybody.
They do not. She can wear whatever she wants.
They've done some horrible things. All right, let's talk a little Olympics now that we got that perfect segue done.
Nice.
So Simone, yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know. She's a good gymnast. All right, Olympics talk. All right, Sammy, I watched enough Olympics.
Okay.
I think I saw some stuff.
Yeah.
I think any uncle will tell you that those gay Parisians really took a shit on Christianity in the opening ceremony. Bunch of Last Supper paganism.
That was a fire lit under a lot of people's asses.
People were very upset about it.
Very upset about it.
I was like, oh my god, it's true. I don't care.
And a pair of testicles did make it into live TV.
Live TV, pair of testicles.
Yep.
It was a real gay Super Bowl party.
The best.
Callback. Couple of highlights. It's been over for a while, but
Yeah.
it was, Simone Biles kicked ass. The women's gymnastics did great. Katie Ledecky's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. There was a lot of it. It was on at different times.
Fun. Olympics always fun.
Yeah. Let's talk about the filthy river. The Seine River was made 3 German swimmers ill.
I think it was more than just the 3 Germans. A
Yeah.
lot of people were sick from it.
I guess they couldn't swim at certain times because it was so the water purity was just not pure at all.
Oh God, so gross.
It says the river has been toxic for over a century. Swimming and bathing has been banned since 1923. Oof.
Wait a minute. So it's been banned for 100 years, and then they decided, hey, let's pull the Olympics in
They're
here?
like, we gotta get this cleaned up. They spent $1.5 billion trying to clean it up, and they still made swimmers violently
Still
ill.
failed. Yeah, let's take the best athletes in the world and put them in this toxic waste.
Yeah. But the Chicago River's not much better, so we can't point our fingers at old Frenchies.
Yeah, but we're also not holding the Olympics here.
That's true. Thanks, Obama. We almost did. And he dropped the ball
Yeah, I
on that
remember
one.
that. Me and Eric lost. Never mind. I won't get into it. I remember that fondly.
Did you make some investments that you thought the Olympics were coming?
We made a pretty major investment with the expectation the Olympics were coming, and then we ended up losing a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised Eric still talks to me after that.
Yeah.
Because I convinced him to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, they really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
So, oops. Sorry about your money. But if you didn't get a disease from the Seine River, maybe you got it in the Olympic Village. They were talking about, well, what you and I looked into, all the Olympic sex.
Oh, yeah.
And they passed out thousands of condoms and whatnot. But my question about this is, don't we want to be making these superhumans for our country?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, let them
Actually.
get after it. Poke holes in those condoms. I want to see more. Like, I want to see, like a weightlifter and a swimmer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just 18 years later, what that's looking like.
the Wolverine of the 100-meter sprint or something.
Shouldn't we be just manipulating these mutants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them go at it. Why, who cares?
But
Why do they care now you say that?
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. I guess in the 2020 Olympics or whatever it was, they were trying to get people not to do this because I guess it's legendary and the Olympic Village is just a real festival.
I mean, high testosterone, high hormones, all these 20-year-old kids.
They wake up every day. They wake up every day at 4 a.m. They work out. Their bodies are just going crazy.
Yeah.
The blood's pumping all over the place. And then they're like, oh, you're like me.
Yeah. Oh, it's just asking for an orgy to break out.
Yeah, yeah. Hope Solo, who's former soccer goalie, she said it was. She kind of admitted, and then she got like DUIs, and she was in a data leak too. She's sent out some pictures.
Ooh, we'll have to look those up.
No, God, no, you can't. That's privacy.
It's in the cloud now. It's anybody's game.
It is. It is. People are like, did you look at those pictures? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Everyone looked at those pictures.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I would never.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're liars.
Yeah, I'm the only gross one.
They're liars. I know Howard Stern was like, I would never look at those. Those are private. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Howard
don't
Stern.
you play don't you like throw things at people and constantly make fun of retarded people?
Yeah, he did a fundraiser for Bobbitt when he got his penis removed, and I think he came out. He was getting like a BJ while he was sitting on the toilet.
Oh, blarf.
Oh,
Okay.
but I won't look at a photo.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, I agree. It's wrong because these are private things and yada yada yada. But
We're not
they were
talking
on
about
there.
that. We're talking about Howard Stern trying to take the high road.
Howard Stern is really trying to take the high road and rewrite history of the horrible things that he's done and encourage other people to do. So now I got rid of that show. I can't listen to his hypocrisy anymore. He'll get very upset when he hears this. But last but not least, well, no, there's two things.
We got some good stuff coming.
There's a massive pole vaulter. The French pole vaulter, Anthony Emirati.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that.
It's probably right, Emirati. Oh my God, this is...
So this is him. He knocked down the pole with his little schmeckle there.
With his pole.
Not little schmeckle. I mean...
A little bit of close-up for you.
Yeah.
And you know what? The French are packing.
I guess so.
I've heard I've heard rumors about them, being...
You know a lot of
stuff.
Penis trivia.
Yeah.
You know a lot of penis trivia.
Uh-huh.
So the French are packing. I hear the eye towels, typically.
I have not heard
There's
that
some
either.
hogs here and there in that community. But maybe they're just all saying it. I don't go to these events like you do, so I don't really go like, what's your heritage?
So let me ask you this though: you're in his position. You're up for. I'm not sure if he was up for a medal, but you're up for a medal and you lose it because your package knocked over the pole.
Yeah.
Are you upset?
I mean,
like you're kind of famous for having a huge wang.
Yeah, but he, trust me, with that wang, everyone knows.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone, he's not going like, I don't want to talk about it. He wants to talk about it all the time.
Yeah, he was like the legend of the after party in the Olympic Village.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. But you know what? I feel like it was what happens when God intervenes. It's that where they're like, you can't be a great athlete and have that huge hog.
It's too much luck for one person.
Yeah, God's like, I'm not going to stop 9/11, but I'm putting a stop to this French pole vaulter right here. Right here. Dark? Did that get dark? Sorry. I do feel like justice was served.
Yeah.
It was divine intervention. That was
There
the
we
term.
go. Divided, yes, for sure.
You
can't have both. Sorry.
God saw him going up, and he was like, "What's going on there?" And then on the way down, he popped it out.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah. So there's a little blasphemy right there.
Yeah.
Hey, they did it in the beginning with the Last Supper dinner. No one cared. Okay, so on to the most important thing. Ray Gun.
This is huge. Oh yeah, huge news.
Ray Gun. We're shit.
Everyone knows who this is.
Where are you, darling?
She is now world famous.
More is coming up, but the memes, that's great. That's great. I mean, she's doing the crane. Oh, that's just pondering?
Yeah, that's a move she actually pulled off.
More's gonna come out. That is so.
I think there's one more. I want to see if you catch this reference. If you catch that.
Oh, American History X.
Yeah, that got dark.
That got so dark. You did not steal Ray Gun's truck. Oh man, that got dark. Wow, that's really funny.
Yeah, that was one of my
The
favorites.
curb stomp in American History X. Oof. Talk about cringy. like this episode.
But she's now famous for that.
Yeah,
Good for her. I'm not mad at her. You know, if her country screwed up, they sent her to the Olympics.
they did.
That's on Australia.
But I guess what happened was like there's some corruption there. Like she wasn't supposed to get in. Like her husband was involved. Like this is. I can't wait for the documentary. It's going to be so good.
It's going to be a Netflix.
The Netflix
soon.
documentary
Yeah.
of Ray Gun ruining the Olympics.
They're already saying it's not coming back next.
The breakdancing can't come back.
No.
It was a mockery. Didn't she get 0.0?
Zero. She got 0 points. Zero.
Ray Gun. We should have her come to the PTP party. I will fly her over from
I
Australia.
would pay for that too. Oh,
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, just to have her dance. And then she was like dancing outside the thing, and people were like, yay! Ray-Gun was not getting laid in the Olympic Village after that. No, and everybody was like, oh my god, who wants to
Maybe
get
she was
these world-class athletes?
She was the pivot girl with her terrible moves. She
No.
was just pivot.
The pivot girl.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't look that up. All right. All this talk about the Olympics made me hungry until you talked about the pivot girl. All right. But the tried and true game day food has got to come back. All right. Hit it, kitty.
Is this game day food?
Same as time for everybody's favorite food game.
Yeah.
Is this game day food?
Yeah.
We have a special guest today back on the show. Our correspondent.
Our head merchandiser.
Yeah, head merchandiser.
Oh,
Correspondent.
I like that one.
And our royal family correspondent, Miss Jackie Smith.
Hi.
How are you?
Welcome.
Jackie, everybody.
Thank you.
Everybody. And also, Chewbacca's here. Are you going to do your Chewbacca impression, Jack? Real quick? If it sounds like Ray Romano having a stroke, it's not. It's Chewbacca.
That's Ray Romano.
It goes back and forth a little bit.
That is outstanding. All right, we are at Sweet Green in Northbrook, Illinois.
Sweet greens.
We're trying to keep it a little lighter before season because we know it's a lot of like fried chicken coming.
Yep. We're gonna have what 16 or even postseason more of shit coming.
Yeah. So lost a little weight in the off season, and now we're going to put it right back on. This is a lot. That's a buffalo chicken salad. All right, Jackie.
Nice and healthy. Let's go over the rules. It's the first time we've been here since the
Yes.
last season. So the rules.
0 out of 10 has to be 6.4 or better to be game day food. All right, Jackie, please. Sammy, go right ahead. There's a lot of lettuce in here.
Oh, they did not skimp on the sauce.
Sauce.
They said, do you want light, medium, or a load of sauce? I said medium, and I think they gave us a load.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think I got any chicken on that.
I don't love eating healthy for during a game. Okay. I'm in. I'll give us a score. All right. Jackie loves sweet green, so I think she's going to score this higher. I think she's going to do pretty well on this.
We got some hers first.
Yeah, we're guessing hers first. She's gonna do this. And Sammy, I think I know what you got. All right. So what do you think, Sammy, for Jackie?
I agree. I think 7.6.
I got her at 7.8.
Okay.
Jackie?
7-2.
7.2.
A little light.
All
Okay.
right.
I thought you liked it a little bit higher.
All right, Jackie. What do you think Sammy scored this at?
I have a 4-9.
4.9. Yeah, he's not loving the healthy choices. I gave him a 6.6.
6.9.
6.9.
You were close. I
Very
actually
good.
really did like it. I would have rated it higher if it was, breaded chicken, but I know it's healthy, so it won't be breaded, but I did enjoy it.
All right, and then we got.
right here. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. We got another one. Okay. What do you think?
I think you're on the healthy train, so I think you like it 7.1.
Okay. What do you think, Jack?
I did a 5-5.
Now it's 6.7. I
Uh-huh.
did like it. It does qualify as game day
That's
food.
game day food.
I'm not sure what's happened to me. Okay. Typically not so much. All right, and now we have the caramelized garlic steak. All right.
Oh, wow. I mean,
You lost your fork. Okay, we're gonna have to.
I'm
Is
sorry.
that?
I think
Was
I
this
grabbed
mine?
yours.
No one knows.
That
That's okay.
Sorry.
that's yours. Did
Yeah.
you use this?
No.
Did you bite off of
No,
this?
you're fine.
You did not bite off of this. I did.
Sorry about that.
I saw that. Okay, caramelized garlic steak.
Go first.
Okay,
Interesting looking texture.
and there's some. What else is in here? You didn't get the
So-
garlic steak, Jack. Sorry.
There's some rice here, some wild rice, some sweet potatoes.
I don't know what the sauce is. Okay. I'm going back in.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Sammy.
Good.
Let's score Sammy first, Jack. All right. Sammy gave this 6.7.
And what do you think? You're deep in thought over there.
She's deep in thought. What did Sammy give this, Jack? I'm going back in. I haven't scored yet. Yeah.
Okay, I did 6.2.
Okay, you don't know how this game works anymore, do you? We were guessing my score.
That's my guess for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said your score. I thought you said you
No.
were. My fault. I fucked it up. Sorry. I liked it even more. 7.2.
7.2. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. What do you think Jackie gave those?
I knowing that you didn't like the first one as much, I went down to a 7.1.
I'm at a 7.3 for Jack.
Mhm.
What'd you give it, Jack?
I think I'm a 6.5.
6.5. So it
Yeah,
qualifies.
Just
It
barely made
qualifies.
it. Mm.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, what do you give this guy?
6.5.
I think you liked it a lot. I'm going up 7.5.
Jackie nailed it. 6.5.
Nice.
All
Well
right.
done, Jackie. All right. So you have to buy the next one.
No,
Yeah.
what?
Okay. No, him.
I like the steak a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good. It's just.
It's not
a little
garlic.
Dry.
It's a little dry. It's not
Um,
garlicky. I like the idea of garlic steak and whatever this is.
Yeah.
Is going to eat it for a game? Yeah. On a day that I'm not drinking a bunch of beer. So
This sauce looks gross. Oh, not bad though. That's for a lot. There's a lot of garlic
Wow.
in there. Yeah.
So you don't.
You gotta try the
That's
sauce.
Is this for the sauce?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Okay.
sauce in it.
So do you? So does this amp up the score then?
Yeah, I think it's even better with
Yeah.
the sauce.
I'm not going to let you double dip in that.
No, that's fine. I only dipped once, so don't worry.
Oh, okay. That changes things.
Yeah, that not using the sauce made everything big difference.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this is better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it does qualify as game day food. I'm still sticking with a 6.5. Jackie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
What a welcome back we have. And you're going to let us know that Kate Middleton's dead at some point, right?
Yes.
We'll talk more.
Or we
Yeah.
have to issue some retractions.
No retraction.
No retractions. No apologies. I'm saying that Kelsey and Taylor Swift is a scam job still. So I'm in.
These two over here.
Dig your heels in, Jack. Yeah.
They're-
Hey, we have not seen any of them. Okay. All right. Well, this is another fantastic segment of Is This Game Day Food? So maybe that's a nice change of pace, eating a little healthy.
Yeah.
I think before, the actual season starts, keep taking off a few pounds.
Yeah, because it's gonna get very fat and calorie inducing here once the season starts.
Trying to get a chin line back one of these days. I
Nice.
got rid of a few chins. Dropped a few. Doing all right. Sammy, what else is in the news?
Legendary heavy metal guitarist Dimebag Darrell is being remembered on his 58th birthday, 20 years after he was tragically murdered during a concert performance.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you know this.
I knew he died, but I actually didn't realize it was during a performance.
So I'll give you a quick backstory. He was the one of the kind of a founder of Pantera.
Mm-hmm.
Great metal band.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. One of my favorites. Gets me into the gym.
You get aggressive just thinking about it.
Yells at me. Yeah. So he was playing with another band called Damage Plan. He and his brother, after Pantera, started this band, Damage Plan. It was at Alrosa Villa nightclub in 2004.
Okay.
During their first song of the night, a deranged gunman shot and killed Dimebag Darrell Abbott and 3 other men.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he went up, shot him point blank range, and 3 or 4 times. The head of security tried to wrestle the gun away from him. This was a former Marine. He had drug abuse issues. He had mental health issues. He said he claimed he suffered from paranoid schizophrenia, and that's why they kicked him out of the Marines. I looked up the story again. Some of the details are sketchy, but it was definitely a troubled young man from Chicago, actually. Sadly, I'm not going to give his name because fuck that.
Yeah.
But everyone loved Dimebag Darrell.
Yeah.
I would say detest drugs. So I was like, I don't want a stupid Dimebag Darrell. And then I heard the music, I'm like, all right, he's good.
Okay, he can do drugs.
He
that's
can
fine.
do drugs.
Yeah.
They brought out the best in him. I'm good with drug addicts if they do something good
If you do something with it, yeah.
and not just like drive around and maybe hit my kids in a car.
yeah.
So go ahead.
I forgot what the quote was, but it was someone was saying things like, "Oh, maybe I should do drugs. I become a famous artist." And it's like, well, no, they were already talented before they did the drugs.
Yes, absolutely.
You'll just end up dying on your couch.
It's not a super pill. It's not if anything, it takes the life out of most people and really dumbs them down even worse.
Absolutely.
Pantera's back on tour, opening
Yeah.
for Metallica and headlining other dates.
Oh man, I'm so mad. I was supposed to go to that concert, but I had to cancel. But I heard it was amazing.
Well, I went, and it was
Oh, you were there
amazing.
for that night. That's right.
I was there for that night. I went early. Mammoth WVH, which is Eddie Van Halen's kid. It's Wolfgang Van Halen.
You like him?
I liked his music.
I mean, like he was good, right?
I was shocked that I liked it so much.
I mean, he with that name, you hold him in such a high regard.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
he
he's
was-
not his dad,
No.
but he sings better than his dad. But he's a real sloppy guy.
Yeah.
He a real jeans and way too big T-shirt
Yeah.
kind of guy. He's not hitting the free weights all that well.
Nope.
Not to dog him out, but he just doesn't have a rock star look. But he has talent. So hopefully he keeps going. He was self-deprecating. He was fun. I like Mammoth. I thought they did a really good job.
Okay.
Thought Pantera was very good.
Yeah.
But I saw them like 25 years ago
Okay.
at Ozfest. No, I guess it was like 98. It was longer than that.
Man, that would have been a great day.
And they were amazing.
Yeah.
And they were amazing. So, 97, 98, something like that. Really, really, really great. But yeah, everybody's kind of talking about Dimebag Darrell because he would have been 58 today. He was killed 20 years ago. Terrible. And his brother is no longer with us either. He died in 2018. His brother was invited into Pantera first, and he goes, I'll only join the band if you take my brother.
Okay.
And they're like, no, he sucks. And he was in high school. They're like, he can't play much, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Then he got better and better. He was young, and then he just turned out to be a legendary metal guitarist.
Yeah.
But,
He was always very baby-faced, too.
yeah.
You get the beard and everything, but when you actually see him, he's very baby-faced.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
as hard of a guitarist as he really was.
Yeah, so Zakk Wylde, one of his very good friends, replaced him in Pantera, and then they got a drummer to replace Vinnie Paul.
Zakk Wylde is so good, too.
Zakk Wylde was great. They can still sing, but there's a lot of this bands of our era where they want the audience to sing the lyric, and I hate that. I can only do that for like a little bit.
Yeah, keep it to a minimal.
Where I'm like, you got. I'm here to hear you. Not,
wanna hear
not
the
the
band.
crowd. I like a little crowd noise. Metallica was good, but they're getting a little too crisp.
What do you mean, crisp?
Like they're corporate. You know?
Oh, okay.
They did 2 nights. You had to buy both tickets, or else you had to buy them on the resale market. So you had to commit to Friday and Sunday for a concert.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were out of town. From out of town, they came in.
Yeah.
Like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Metallica plays 15 songs the first night, 15 songs the second night. There's some filler in there. It's clean, but it's like almost too clean, too rehearsed. It's super expensive. I think they're just gouging fans sometimes,
But I mean,
and I
like,
hate it.
can I ask how much your tickets were? Oh, you bought on the resale, though.
I bet
didn't
on the
you?
resale market, they were probably...
Because I want to say if you bought them, not just face value, you got 2 tickets for like 2 concerts for like $400 or something, or $500 maybe.
Yeah.
That's not bad for 2 shows.
No, it's not. But, everything, you go there, every beer is $19.
That's God.
They're making a lot of money on the house, too.
Yes.
So it's good for the fans. If you want to go, nobody's complaining about it. But I'd rather have one show where they play their 20 best songs,
Yeah.
and then I go home.
That's true. After 2-3 hours, you're like, I'm ready.
But people made like a weekend out of it. I guess I was spoiled because it was just a train ride downtown.
Yeah.
But I went to the Cubs Sox game on Saturday night, and there were a lot of people that didn't know what to do that day. They were waiting for the second Metallica show on Sunday. Some of the most crazy behavior I've seen in a long time.
Really?
The drunkenness was out of
Oh,
control.
I believe it. Yeah.
They're shooting dice outside the stadium, shooting dice and money on it. There was no
Nice.
cops. There was nothing. People were selling beers and drinks and fireball shots out of their coolers. I didn't see a cop around.
Welcome to the South Side.
They did not give a fuck.
They don't, because you go across the highway, there's real crime. They don't care. If you're just selling shots out of the cooler, the cops are like, cool.
Playing dice, gambling, all that stuff, and then I'm
Coming
gonna
from
get
a gambler, I am disappointed.
Yeah,
in you.
I know, but I don't do it on the street. Okay.
Yeah, you just do it live on a podcast.
But it's legal. They're taxing it. Trust me, I'm doing everything right. Listen to this guy. Yeah, that was something else.
It was an experience, though, right?
Yeah. All right. Last bit of news down there. Right here.
Where are we at? Okay. Led Zeppelin lead singer Robert Plant turned 76 years old today.
I love Robert Plant so much.
I thought he was dead.
What?
don't know
I
why.
saw him in Ravinia with Alison Krauss like a couple months ago.
Oh, that's awesome. No, that's good for him. I'm not mad. I just thought he was dead.
All right, you got to pick best singer of all time, rock singer.
I that's too hard for me to call off the top of my head. It would be Robert Plant, though.
You're out of your mind. It's definitely Robert
I
Plant.
wouldn't pick Robert
It's either
Plant.
Robert Plant or Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury is probably my number one.
Well, you're wrong. It's Robert Plant.
I
Have
would-
you heard the notes this guy can hit?
Oh, I think he's very talented. Maybe it's because he was a little before my time. I didn't get into Led Zeppelin, you know. Not that I have any problem with their great music. I when I started playing guitar, I learned a couple of their riffs because their music's great.
Yeah.
But I would go Freddie Mercury before I picked Robert Plant.
Oh, you're wrong. Some of the other great singers, I was thinking of Chris Cornell from
That's
Soundgarden.
great. Chris Cornell's good.
Blaine Staley from Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
You know who, kind of a dark horse, from Heart, Ann Wilson.
Interesting.
The lead
okay.
singer of Heart can really belt it out.
Nice.
And she actually, in her concert, she covers Led Zeppelin songs. And she
Wow.
can hit those notes. Because it's hard to hit notes of the greatest singer of all time, Robert Plant.
So what's the lead singer's name of Journey? You didn't put him on this list?
He's pretty good. Steve Perry.
Yeah, he's not on your list?
He is, but
A little further down. Not top
yeah,
10.
but boy, talk about range. That's a very good call.
Yeah.
Steve Perry's an excellent singer.
Yeah.
Excellent singer. Mick Jagger, he doesn't hit the notes as well. Bowie's one of my favorite singers, but I don't think he has the range like the greatest singer ever, Robert Plant. So, we wanted to end on a happier note since
Yeah.
we're talking about Dimebag Darrell being murdered.
Yeah. One of our news segments always take a really dark turn.
Yeah, because people like that.
I
People
guess.
people love a car accident.
You know what? I'm glad I'm not the only deranged one.
Yeah. They love to see people die. Oh, we should watch the news. That's a good idea. Why is the news so popular? And they're like snoring through like, here's a feel-good segment. And they're like, more murders.
Move on.
I want to be titillated.
Next.
Yep. Well, Sammy, episode 1 of season 2 has been a smashing success.
So much. I'm so happy we came back. This has been so much fun.
I figure we're going to wake up tomorrow and be major celebrities.
Yeah.
Things are looking up for us. The sign wasn't working earlier. Kitty got that working. Thank
Nice.
God.
Oh, I'm sure you got a heart attack.
I was not happy.
Oh,
I was
man.
not happy. And I almost threw one of my real Irish tantrums. I don't even want to do it anymore. Nothing works. Those are fun. That's fun for everyone involved. Who also
Yeah.
witnessed that. At least I know I'm up and down
Yeah.
as a human being. We're all trying. It's okay not to be okay, guys. It's not a fucking bumper sticker. All right. We'll be back in a week. And we're going to get 2 episodes a week when football season starts back up again. We're going to get things cranking up. Going to get some more segments. We filmed some stuff.
Yep.
Some game day food. We're going to have a lot more game day drinks. Thanks to Jackie Smith for coming on this episode. We appreciate it. She'll be on more episodes. And have a great weekend. Enjoy that first college football game. We will see you guys very soon next Wednesday.
Yep.
Next Wednesday, what is the date on that?
I don't know. Today's the 21st.
28th.
So, yeah.
The 28th. We'll see you
29th, I
then.
don't want to do
Until then, follow us on Instagram at PointSecondPod, X at PointSecondPod, and we'll see you soon. Make that money. We are back, Sammy. Woo! Thanks a lot for watching.